This call is now being recorded.
Okay, good morning class. How are you guys today? Pwede mo matubag
Morning, ma'am.
guys. Hi, good morning. Okay, for today's lesson, natin bagong lesson is sad. But first, let me check your attendance muna. Okay, I have your, please open your mic and then mag-say present na ha. Okay. Aragon, Dan Paulo.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Kabatingan, Limuel.
Present,
Limuel?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Tapos,
Present po.
Avila Janeline.
Yes, ma'am. Present po.
Si Janeline.
Present, ma'am.
Wala si Janeline.
Present, ma'am.
Ay, okay, okay, thank you. And then si Laika Camilio.
Present po.
And Solis Mary Ann, sorry.
Present po.
Okay. Okay, class. For today's lesson, dili ako ang mag-start. Si Miss Solis ang mag-start. And please, mag-participate ang tanan, okay? Miss Solis, ready na ba?
Yes.
Okay, sige, go. It's your time to shine.
Charing. So, hello everyone. So, our topic for today is about integers. So, before we formally start our lesson, I want you, or I have prepared a brainstorming words. I want you to get a 1/4 sheet of paper, um, uh, 1/4 sheet of paper, and create a list or create a word list that represent negative and positive. So I will give you 2 minutes to answer the question. Nakasulat na ba ang tanan?
Finish na, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done na po.
So who can voluntarily share their answer about representing negative and positive words? Mary Ann? You-
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Um, Example po is below.
For negative.
Yes, for
Hello.
negative. Hello.
Madungog
Madungog
ka.
mo, ma'am. Yes, okay.
Yes.
For example for negative, ma'am, is below, subtract, behind, and minus.
Okay, very good. Sa positive,
For the positive is higher, increase, gain, or rise.
okay, very good. So there are a lot of words that represent negative. And her example is very close and to negative. So my example here is below, down, minus, subtract, less, decrease, lost, behind, lower, backward, fall, or withdraw. That words are also represent negative word. And to the positive word, next slide. It also represent positive above, up, plus, add, more, increase, gain, ahead, higher, forward, or rise. So, and daghan pa siya words na ga-represent it of positive, but these words are some of the examples. So, next slide.
Naghahang yata screen mo, ma'am.
Ay, sorry. So, what is integers? So, integers ata. So, integers are all the whole numbers and all of their opposite on the negative number line, including 0. So, tanan numbers are integers, or whole numbers, negative numbers are integers. And this arrow here that having an infinite line is represent as a number line, and 0 here is the origin. So in integers, there are positive and negative integers. When we talk about positive integers is a real numbers that is greater than 0. It is located to the right of a 0 on the number line. So positive integers is denoted as positive. The number positive, if it is directly provided by the sign plus. So take note na ang positive integers kay naa siya'y sign nga plus. Pero we can call it positive integers bisan wala siya'y sign. For example, plus 5 or positive 5 or 5. So, on the other hand, negative integers are real numbers that is less than 0. So when we talk about less than 0, it is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5, and so on. So it is located to the left of the 0 on the number line. Negative integers, it is a number that is denoted as negative if it is directly provided by a dash or a minus sign. For example, minus 5 or negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, and so on. So take note, always remember that if we do not see a negative nor positive sign in front of a number, it means it is a positive. For example, 9. So you don't see any sign, positive, plus, or dash, or minus sign, means it is always a positive numbers. Like this, 9 means positive 9. 5 means positive 5. So, what is a number line? Number line is a number line with arrows on both ends that shows the integers. So, mao ni siya. This is an example of a number line. Kana, next slide sa koan, sa ubos. So, infinite siya. Ang iyang origin is 0, so infinite. Ang duha na ay arrow. Arrow shows the line goes to infinity in both direction, left and right, positive and negative numbers. Uses a negative sign when negative numbers but no positive sign with positive numbers on the right side. 0, in a number line, 0 is the origin and is neither negative nor positive. So, dili ta makaingon na a 0 is positive nor negative. Pwede siya mahimong positive, pwede po siya mahimong negative. So positive and negative numbers, integers on a number line. So mao ni siya ang number line. 0 is the region and negative integers and the left infinity side and the positive integers in the right infinity side. So this is some of the sample of how you read with sign negative and positive. So negative 8. So or minus 8. So this should be read as negative 8, not minus 8. So always remember, if na siya dash or minus, dili gid na siya pwede nga kanang imuhang i-read as minus 8. So always read as negative 8, negative 4, negative 3, basta ingana. So next is 4 plus negative 2. So should be read as 4 plus negative 2 rather than 4 plus minus 2. So dili siya pwede nga imuha siyang i-read as 4 plus minus 2. So bakikaw kayo siya. And next one is negative 6 plus negative 3. It should be read as negative 6 plus negative 3 rather than minus 6 plus minus 3. So lain siya, no? And negative 15 minus negative 6. Rather, dili siya pwede basahon sa minus 15 minus 6. So lain kayo siya, no? Next one is negative 5 plus 7, not minus 5 plus 7. 0 minus positive 2. So, ingana lang siya ang pagbasa ha. Dili balik-balikod ang minus, kay naman tayo ginatawag nga negative numbers and positive numbers. So, I have prepared here 6 exercises for you to try it out. So I will give you 3 to 4 minutes to answer this question, and I will call some student to answer this question. Okay, pwede na mag-start. Okay? Human na ba ang tanan? So, who will voluntarily share their answer about this question? Okay? John Paulo Aragon, who raised his hand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Magsugod na, ma'am.
Okay, pwede kayo.
Sige, ma'am. Ang number 1 kay 4 plus 10. Then ang number 2 kay 7 plus negative 4. Ang number 3 kay negative 9 plus 2. Then ang number 4 kay negative 16 minus positive 8. Ang number 5 kay negative 1 minus negative 9. Then ang 6 naman kay 0 plus negative 7, ma'am.
So, very good. Excellent answer.
Tama ka, ma'am.
So, in that participation, nakaibalo jud ko no na naadjud mo'y natun-an. So, this is the answer. So, as Aragon said, that number 1 is 4 plus 10. Number 2 is 7 plus negative 4. Number 3 is negative 9 plus 2. Number 4 is can be read as negative 16 minus positive 8. And number 5 is negative 1 minus negative 9. And lastly, 0 plus negative 7. So that's all.
So, man na si Ma'am Solis, no? Ako na sa dang next. As for me, ang akong i-discuss kay absolute value. But before that, let me present first my PPT. Wait lang jud, guys. I-present sana ako akong PPT, ha? Walat sa mo. Wait lang jud, medyo nagka-error ta. Standby sa mo dara.
Okay lang, ma'am.
Okay na, anak. Start na ko. Okay, as for me, ang ako ang i-discuss is about the absolute value. So, naabay isa sa inyo, makabalo what is an absolute value? Anyone? Anyone from the class? Kanang own opinion lang. Okay, sige. Limuel, can you answer that question para sa imo unsang absolute value? Okay, go ahead.
Um, hello, dunggan ko, ma'am.
Apa. Sige, go.
Okay. As far as I know, what is absolute value? Absolute value, or other term as modulus, it is a all positive integers, or let's say a non-negative value of an specific integers. Then, for examples that the absolute value of a specific integers is always positive. So, for example, have a number that absolute value of 3 is equal to positive 3, or the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. That's all.
Okay, very good. Ang ganda ng sagot, but let's see if that answer of yours is tama ba. But before that, I have here a problem. Next slide, please. Let's see this picture. Nakita na ba sa tanan? Okay, so di ba makita na sa picture, there are two persons na naga-bicycle siya. So, that is Archie and Angela. Archie, yung lalaki, and Angelica is the girl. So, Archie and Angelica were at Aloy's house. Angelica rode her bicycle 3 miles west from Aloy's house, and Archie rode his bicycle 3 miles east from Aloy's house. Who traveled greater distance from Aloy's house? Is it Archie or Angela? Okay, di ba? So, makita na to, na both of them is, nihawa sila sa balay, uli na sila, like for example, nag-meet sila, ana na balay, ila Aloy, and then, paghawa nila, both of them, niadto sa different directions, pero pare sila na 3 miles ang layo, gikan sa balay nila Aloy. Karon ang pangutana, kinsa sa ilahang duha, ang nag-travel og layo. Okay, so may I ask someone? Paulo, can I have a word from you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Unsay imong ma-answer ana? So kinsa sa ilang duha ang katanaw nimo ang layo?
For me, ma'am, they are equal because both of them traveled 3 miles away from Ali's house.
Okay, pwede. Now what if ing ani ang situation? Okay, please next slide please. Oh, ayan. So nagbutang nako og label, nagbutang nako og number line below sa picture. So assuming at Aloy's house, muna siyang starting point which is 0. And then from 3 miles west, si Angelica nag-travel siya, nabtan siya 3 miles west ang distance. But kung himuto siyang integer, kunwari ka Angelica is negative 3. Tapos kang Archie, positive 3 miles is away from Aloy's house. Karon unsaon na to pag-determine sa ilahang duha kinsa ang mas layo? Di ba kay kung para sige ingon ni Paulo na pag normal lang siya na number 3 and 3, makabalo ta na equal sila. Per what if na siya sign which is the positive and negative, unsaon nato na sila pag determine. Before we proceed for that, I have a question here. Okay, please, next slide. Alright, this is the question. What subsets of real numbers are used in the problem? Of course, ang atong gina-use na mga real numbers or the subset of real numbers ay ginatawag nato na integers, the positive 3 and the negative 3. Unya, what are the opposite numbers on the number line? Na-discuss ni siya ganina ni Miss Solis. Can I have someone to answer this? Laika? Hello?
Positive 3, ma'am.
Ano po? Hello?
Positive 3, ma'am.
Positive 3 and nampay isa.
And negative 3.
Very good. That's it. So, muna siya ilang opposites. So, lima na nato ang opposites. Kung nato sa number line is ang two numbers na magkapareho na kanang gina-compare nato. Okay? Okay, next slide. Next question rather. Okay. Karon pang tanon ta mo usab. Who has the greater distance from Aloy's house? Is it Archie or Angelica? So, diri na mosulod ang absolute value. Okay, next slide. There you go. So the absolute value of a number is its distance from 0 on the number line. So timanan nato yung naka-red diri na letters. Distance from 0, that is the absolute value. Like for example, ang 0 nato kay ang sa Aloy sa balay ni Aloy. Dito ang starting point. Unya, from that 0, nag-travel og positive 3 miles si Archie. Tapos negative 3 miles si Angelica. Kung ihapon nato pila ka units ang distance nila gikan sa balay ni Aloy, so makabalota kung kinsa ang mas nakalayo o kung kinsa ang nakadool. So ihapon lang nato na siya. Like for example, from 0 we have 1, 2, 3. Maabot na siya kang Archie, which is the positive 3. And ang iyahang absolute value or iyang distance kay 3. Si Angelica naman from 0 to negative 3 hapon gyapon nato. 1, 2, 3 positive 3 gihapon. So whatever it is, ang maging iyahang tawag nito, maging result gyapon is the positive 3 because okay, next slide please. Okay, the absolute value of a number, so yung number natin is number t, denoted as bar, number bar, or ang tawag natin na the absolute value of number a, or atong example ganina, number 3. So the absolute value of number 3 is the distance from 3 to 0 or 0 to 3 on the number line. So ang absolute value, wala siya nag-aas kung asa ka padulong, nag-aas siya kung how far, unsa siya kalayo. So ihapon lang jud nimo na siya kung unsa siya kalayo, that's it. That is the absolute value. And syempre dili man what if mangutana ang question na si Angelica nag-travel siya 100 miles from Aloy's house. So pila ang unsa ilang absolute value? Mag-ihap-ihap pa kag 1 2 3 hangtod 100 di ba dili na. So atong buhaton ana, we have the equations. So maghatag og example, but before that, timan-an nato guys na makabalutan na it is na yung gipangita is absolute value if na siya ani na sign duha ka bars. Okay, bar, number bar, kung basahon natin na siya, the absolute value of a number, like for example bar 3 tapos bar, ang tawag na to, pag-read na to ana siya is the absolute value of 3. Okay, so next slide, we have here an example. Okay, example number 1. So the absolute value of 4 is equals to 4. Bakit? Kasi if we count gikan sa 0 hangtod sa 4, pag ihapon na to iyahang distance like 0, ay dili na ta mag-ihap sa 0. Of course, mag-start yun ta always sa 1. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's it. Ang result is magiging 4 po. Okay, another example. What if negative naman yung ganito? What if the absolute value of negative 4 equals to 4? Nganong 4 gihapon? Because whether it is a negative or non-negative, tama lagi. Whether it is negative or non-negative na equation na nasa sulod sa absolute value, nasulod sa duha ka bar, ang magiging result ana is always positive. Kay ang distance manggod, kung magsukat ta og mga length, distances, dili na siya pwede maging negative. Instead, dapat positive na siya. So, Para sa gyapon ganina, ihapon nato from 0. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not negative 4, but 4. 4 po yung sagot. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, kani. The absolute value of 0 is 0. Nga naman, of course, naraman ka sa 0. Nagpundo ra ka, wala ka nag-move. So, expected na ang imo pong answer na is 0 po. Okay? So, example number 4, what if ganito? Nasa labas yung negative, tapos ang nasa loob lang is yung number. So, ang pagbasa na to, ana, is negative, the absolute value of 5 is equals to what? Yanong negative siya. Negative because, sabi ko nga kanina, pag na siya sa loob sa bar, ang magiging result, ana, whether ang number is negative or non-negative, ang magiging result is positive because distance is, tawag nito, distance is, or the length, the measurement of distance and length is always positive. Since absolute value atong ginapangita, which is the distance from 0, so mag-expect ta na ang result ana positive. Pero kay naaman sa gawas ang negative, wala siya sulod sa absolute value. So ang buhaton nato na i-copy lang nato ang negative, or diretso na copy nato, and then let's find the absolute value of 5, which is 5 gihapon, di ba? Kaya from 0 mag-ihap ta og 5 units, so that is 5. So ang magiging answer na the negative, the absolute value of 5 is negative 5. Example number 5, please. Okay, paras lang gihapon, but this time naa na siya negative, the absolute value of negative 3. So, like sinabi ko kanina, i-copy lang yan natin yung negative kasi nasa labas siya ng absolute value and it's not from the, kanang wala siya sa loob sa bar, ang ginapingita kay distance. So, i-copy lang itong negative, kanang negative na i-copy dara is gikan siya sa gawas sa bar. And pangitaon na to ang absolute value sa negative 3. So, since tanan man answer sa absolute value, tanan na distance, measurement, always yun na siya non-negative. So, positive tanan. Mag-expect na ato ang absolute value sa negative 3 is 3 gyapon. So, ang magiging answer po ng negative, the absolute value of negative 3 is negative 3. So, that's it. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this time we'll have an oral recitation. Kung si Miss Solis ganina nagpa-sagot siya sa inyo in a paper, tapos nagpa-oral po siya, this time I will call random people na mag-answer. There are 4 questions lang naman. I hope na maka-answer. Okay, let's begin with Paolo. Number 1, please. Unsay mo answer, Dara? Paolo? Present pa ba si Paolo or natulog na? Okay, wait lang. Hulatan na to. Basig nakatulog din.
Ay, sorry ma'am.
Okay, sige. Unsay answer?
7.04.
Very good.
7.04.
7.04. Okay. So number 2, kinsay mag-volunteer? May I have Limuel? Si Limuel, pwede ba siya maka-answer?
Yes po.
Yes. Unsay answer number 2?
Positive 18 po.
Positive 18.
Negative 18.
Very good. Positive 18. Okay, that's it. Number 3, may I have Laika, please?
Positive 1/2, ma'am.
Very good. Positive 1/2. What about sa number 4? Kinsay pwede maka-answer? Pwede mo balik, guys. Para na may additional points. Magtawag na lang ko. Sige, ikaw na lang.
Ako na lang.
Sige, very good. Sige, answer. Number 4?
Negative 50, no?
Very good. Okay, how dumanday mo guys? Pwede na mo sa long quiz. Speaking of, mag-long quiz should bitaw ta. And for that, si Miss Solis ang mag-guide sa inyo. Any questions sa akong lesson? Wala na ba? Kaya mag-proceed na ta.
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Sige, Miss Solis, ikaw na bahala sa quiz. Thank you for listening, guys.
Okay, so for today natay long quiz nga magahimuon 20 items lang ni siya. So very easy and maghulat lang sa PPT. Wait lang jud guys. Mag-wait sa taha kay ga-loading ang ato ang system.
Sige lang, ma'am. Take your time, ma'am.
Okay, naa to ang long quiz. So I want you to get one half lengthwise to answer this questions we prepare. I will give you 10 minutes to answer these questions. Super easy. Kung naminaw lang yun mo sa among discussion, you can answer it perfectly. So, next PPT please. So, 1 to 4, find the opposite of a real numbers. So, you can answer, write it out now. Tapos na ang tanan diri ah. Next slide please. So, in this slide, write each expression in words. Next slide, please. Pasensya sa mga voice disturbance kanay namas ko. Next slide, please. So, find the absolute value of the following. So, super easy, mga Okay, so natapos na ba ang tanan? Okay, I will go.
Okay na ba? Happy
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be
Yes,
to
ma'am.
mag...
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Ma'am V, happy to be to mag 1 hour. What if mag-ano na lang, i-send na lang sa mga students sa messenger ilahang answers, tapos ako na lang bahala mag-check. Okay lang?
Yes, okay
Yes, okay
kaayo.
kaayo.
Sige, sige. So, class, isend na lang sa ako or sa GC nato, sa class GC nato inyong mga answers. Then, I'll be the one to check those. Please be honest ha. Walay magtinikasay dire. Pareha-pareha rata. Anyways, magbabay na ta. 1 hour na. Only nanantay gamay na minutes. So, class, thank you for attending the class. Thank you for listening. You guys are the best. Ano sa imong maingon, Miss V? Ma'am V?
Thank you. Don't forget to remember all the topic we tackled and God bless. Thank you for the participation.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am. God
God
bless.
bless.